Good morning, folks. Welcome back again. So, I admit to being a little surprised. I did a quick informal poll this morning because I hadn't decided what I was going to make of a character or a spaceship, and you guys pretty overwhelmingly asked for another spaceship. I'm really kind of, I don't know. I guess I figured you'd be bored of seeing the same stuff, but I'm happy to make one. That's fine. So, um, clearly, the way I value things is different from most people. Which makes me me, and that's okay. All right, so let's get started then. I don't have a strong sense of what sort of thing to make, but let's generate some shapes and we'll use random Starship for it and see if we come up with something we like as a starting point and then figure out the scale from there. And we'll stay sharp. And we're going to come in and let's just adjust front and back. I like my fronts the other way. And hull seed, just come up with some random number. And let's keep it going here. First off, let's bring down our hull sections to like 7. That sounds cool. That in itself is looking kind of neat, actually. Let's expand our back. And then X depth. Make it bigger. Something like that's kind of neat. Start. And then let's do our Z depth. See how we feel about that. Is that going to be, that's kind of neat. I'm okay with that. That's looking all right. Let's see. And let's see if we cut this back just a little bit, see how we feel. Okay, yeah, 4 looks good. Z taper. This is kind of interesting. Something like that. Oh, that's cool looking. And what if we taper, change the front taper? I don't have any front sections. This one. I like it, but that's kind of a weird, gives us that. There we go, just get rid of that. Okay. I mean, that's a cool looking start to a ship, I think. Kind of liking it. And yeah, all right, we'll go with that. Save as our starting point. Get your folder 230822-1 live stream. We're going to call it merchant ship. 230822-1 live stream merchant ship. Not clear exactly what the difference between a merchant ship and a freighter is, but we're gonna go with it that way. And let's just apply our mirror because we decided we're going to go with this one. And let's make a person for scale, because that ship right now is definitely too small. This is certainly feeling like a cockpit area to me. So let's take this GY and bring it back to like there. And then let's use a 3D cursor for scale and make it bigger until we get to something that feels good. I mean, that feels good, but it doesn't leave a lot of room for cargo unless we make it bigger, which we could do. Or, no, I think we'll go with that. I got another idea. Okay. So that's, yeah, that feels like a good scale of our ship. Person can walk all along it. The fuselage is there. Cool. All right. Let's go to Rocky and just make him there and save again. Okay. So now let's start doing some stuff. We could kit bash. We could we could add our own. I think I'm going to kit bash a little bit to start with here. Canisters for round, or what's the other one he calls them? Tanks. Tanks are kind of cool. And I was thinking something like this. And it's thinking. There we go. Scale it. Oh, let's go back to our individual origins and scale it. Ours is at 90. 1. What if it was connected here? And we're using this as like an external pod connection for cargo. And I know it's not touching yet because I feel like we need to make our own connections of some kind here. But that's all right. And that could be carrying those things as part of our cargo. Yep, seems good. I'm going to move this off to the side. And then close this just because I need the room. I have a hard time seeing otherwise. Now, let's see, we could do it with we have this section here, like that. Now, inset. Now, how do we want to handle it? Maybe, let's see. So first off, those things are not lined up right to our interior, but that's okay. We can move them. More in line there. Yeah. Yeah, that's better for that. If we just take this and poke faces, 1 minus Q circle. Gives that, and then 3E, and bring it down. We want to do more to it than that, I think, but that's something kind of cool. Okay, E, S, scale, E. Sum it like that. Control R, 2 edge loops there. 3. Select those. Actually, let's just screw it. Do it this way. There we go. But not that. Tab, Shift Q. Play insets. Playing seed. Just give us something different. Okay, cool. I like that. I mean, honestly, most of this is going to be hidden, assuming we do our thing anyway. It's just in case we ever wanted to make the ship and not show the pod. Alt X. Okay. You can't really tell much, right? It's like, okay, but there is something connecting it down. And then, so we're saying we're holding it on just by those little knobs, which is kind of fine, given we don't have like air drag or whatever, but let's give it a bit more. Let's edit this thing and grab this face, 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 and inset them slightly, and EGZ. There we go. Oh, not the front one, maybe. Interesting. That's fine. Let's undo that then. Select again, tab. Not this one either. Just do the center too. I just thought I deselected that. E up. GZ. There we go. Okay, so now that's connected too. That helps us. It makes us feel a bit more well attached. Save again. Okay. And we'll go ahead and give us some engine-y type stuff, exhaust ports. They just help me sort of visualize better sometimes what I'm doing. Get bigger, 1, 9. And I'm just gonna kind of try to line it up by sight. A little forward to make sure we can still see. Yep, okay, cool. And mirror, Alt X. There are those. And then one down the center. And seeing what I've got that I like. Maybe that I haven't used a whole bunch already. Oh, well, we'll use this one. Alt R, G. There we go. RX90. Okay. Scale it up a bit. And kind of trying to line it up. Get mostly even. Cool. Save. Let's see. Yep. There we go. That's looking okay. Let's just give this a material now while we're thinking about it. Just a straight metal sheeting, something interesting. I'm just going with a straight metal sheeting just today. We might do something on top of it later. Cube projection. In fact, we almost certainly will, but those weird little pucker holes, not digging that at all. Just to see, let's do a different one. Interesting. It gives you more of that like Starship kind of vibe, for sure. I don't hate it. So yeah, we'll go with this for right now. Sure. Some of these I'm not as into though. Let's see. I just want to try you. Smart UV project, angle limit of 90. See if it gives us a better looking thing. I think it does. Yeah. I mean, we could obviously just move things around anyway, but I feel like that's better. Okay. And save. And we are continuing on. Now we're looking at cockpit space. And what do we want to be? I mean, there really is no need for anything to be a windscreen, but windscreens are kind of, windshields are sort of a staple of this genre. That's the size of our guy. So like probably this is our cockpit section here, right? Good morning, Micah. How you doing today? That's cool. In just a bit. Cool. And give it a windscreen. Oh, you're not my nemesis. Come on. I don't mind chat either. Just making another spaceship today based on what people asked for over on Mastodon, which I don't really understand, but I'm going to go with it. I really don't know why anyone would want me to do this again. I Alt E and a little bit assign. I'm doing okay. Nothing really interesting going on here. Just more of the same, which is, there are worse things to have happen to you. Let's take this and this. Cool. And then we're going to add that as well. Just kind of doing it by eyesight. Here we go. Yeah, that's true. People don't make a lot of sense. Okay. Let's see. How are we looking? Thank you. Yep. I also hope for some good news. Okay, now that's looking neat. I think I like that. I don't like this UV here very much. That's a little bit weird, just the way that it's going. Let's see, Z8. It's definitely good for my mental well-being. I mean, which is kind of why I do it, to be honest. Like, why is that so? Oh, that's why is that so dark? It's so weird. Am I on the right side? I don't know. Let's see. That works for me. Let's go all the way right. Sure. Let's just grab all these. Sure. Those were there already, but it's weirdly doesn't look like they're. That's better. Okay, that's a little better. I'm gonna grab that too. I didn't grab it. And this and this and this and this. There. Cool. Maybe I'll even do those as well. Just sort of checking my spaces here. And trying to unify these colors a little bit because they're a little bit wonky right now. They're kind of all over the place. That's good. Okay. Influencing the reflection of the windows? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't really see. The window has a little bit of a material on it like that for scratches, and that's why it's not straight solid, but not sure exactly what you mean. Morning, Brian. Oh, yeah, cool. Yeah, no biggie. Like, I don't know. Um, I like that cockpit though. I think that's looking neat. Let's go back out of UVing. I don't know about that green either. I think we're gonna have to get rid of that green one way or another. I feel like our big open areas that feel a little empty right now are here, obviously on the other side. And I'm not necessarily digging this here. I don't remember which side. Again, I don't remember which side is mirrored. So I'm going to apply it. And I'm going to unmirror it and then just remirror it again. I'm going to fix the color first because it's just bugging me today. L A G. Okay, that's better. L A. Oh, that's why it's different, right? Because it's using it's not. This is not actually the material, the texture that's on. It's just very similar on these ones. I changed the coloring on it. That's better. That's better. Yep. L L U cube projection. Let's just project it again. A scale. Why are you? Oh, wow. Okay. Lots off the side too. And we just take it and bring it to here, here, and here. There we go. Okay, that's better now. Yes, no worries at all. Okay, so now we're good. Now we fix that. Okay, yeah, that doesn't bother me as much anymore. We need to add some bits to it now, but at least that color is not just completely messing with my brain now. Okay. And back again. Over here, these are definitely just too square and blocky still. We haven't got enough going on yet. Select that and W subdivide. And I want to do here, Control R. No, I can't do it. I see, fine. Control R, yes. First we have to do this. Because I can't subdivide and then do it again. Subdivide. Ooh, interesting. Let's see if it will work. What it will do. I hadn't really thought about doing it this way, but this could be kind of neat. I'm gonna solo this sucker and get rid of our cargo pods for right now. Okay, select those faces, those faces, those faces. Cool. Tab, Shift Q. Plate insets. Something like that, but I don't like that one yet. I don't want max of 5, max of 3, min of 1. to give us more. That's kind of cool. F9. Outer and inner. Ooh, yeah. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I like that. We'll take that. It's just a texture map. I mean, it's the texture from this other one. That's the one from Technivo's and Big Medium Small Starship kit, and it's just a bunch of panels randomly stuck together. But when you UV them across, it does interesting things. Okay, yeah, no, that is cool. I like that. Turn that back on. Gives us, again, something neat. Yeah, it did turn out cool, didn't it? I like it. Let's see. Yeah, feels way more machined now than it did before. Mhm. Why? I don't know, but it does. Let's just kind of see something else. Let's see about, I want to select all of it, but I do kind of want to select from like here, solo again, to here. Control bevel, bring it out. Cool. Now let's try plate and setting it again. It's just not giving me a lot. Max of 2. Oh, it's like probably because I have these too big. These outers too big for what we're doing. Let's see. We'll go back to the beginning. 1. Yeah, it's not really giving me what I want. Let's see what happens if we subdivide it. No. Maybe this isn't the best way to do this one. Although we'll keep those there. Let's see. 3 plus. And I want to undo these. Actually, that's going to be, yeah, I realize it's off. All right, let's just undo it. I'm going to do it a different way. Cool. W subdivide, can we? Yeah, okay, we'll subdivide it once. Shift Q, loop extrude. Let's just do it exterior. Just give us kind of a band, which I think would be neat. And again, loop from surfaces, so it builds up. And I want to make the first one like 85% coverage. And give it everything a global cut of 2. And I bet you, no, I should have set the scale on it. Let's see. 0.0125 and 0.006. And can we increase the cuts of that? Something like that. It actually, the geometry makes sense. It's just, it was just overextending itself, so it was crossing over. Okay, Control A, rotation and scale. I'm not sure I did before, but that's cool. I like that little loop thing there. And again, it kind of adds to our, like, this is a pod control sort of thing. Maybe we can do another one here. That to that to that. Okay. Control bevel. Good. And subdivide it. We don't really need to, but we can. Loop extrude. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, see now we're different. I'm like, that's not right. Good. Yeah, so my scale was off before. Something like that. Yeah, that's cool. Cute. Solo it again. Save. Just giving us a little bit more of a vibe of something. And I think we want a different material for it this time. I think we're going to grab all of those. Yep. join them together, and let's give it distressed hull. So it's like a ring around it. Yeah, but see, this is that texture I was talking about. If you look at it, if we go and look into just for funsies, the UV editor, select all, that's what that is. That's how it's textured. It's just right in those panels there. Okay. I do not like that line. That line is bugging me. Yep. 3L. And I think it's this section here. Yep. SY0, SY0, straightening these out. SY0. That's better. I could keep going, but I think that's enough. Yeah, sure. All right, save again. So we're just sort of chugging away at this thing till it looks cool. And we've got this kind of large hump on the back that I think is neat, but I think we need to do some stuff with. Let's kit bash, just cause. Let's see. Yes, it definitely does, Brian. It's very much a Star Wars aesthetic, to use that what do they call them? Trim sheet. And I think it really works for that kind of vibe. So, I'm good with it. Let's see. Big, medium. What does this one look like? I think could be cool. Let's go to local. Something like that. Bring it in. And we bring it back. So it lines up. Scale it down just so it lines up a little bit with that. That extends back off the back. Let's scale it again so it doesn't as much. Something like that. Okay, I think that's cool. Gives us a bit of something something. I do think I want to cut into this a little bit. Is this the whole piece? No, it's just that. Okay, cool. Let's inset it and E. And then W, subdivide. Or not even, no, we won't, we'll do the typical, my usual cable thing here, or tube thing. Tubes, amount 10, just cuts, around 25. Cool. And one more cut and get more out of it. Let's see, find a good seed. There we go. Okay. Let's increase our depth to like 0.05. Cool. And then Shift Q, loop extrude 1. Let me go back to 50, so it's a little smaller. 2, 3. And a bit more. Not that much. Let's see if this is, let's just make this even. Let's go with 0.1, 0.05, 0.025. Let's see, does that work for us? Height-wise, I think I want, well, it does, but I want to see. We cut this more. No. Just checking the different shapes. And we go to this 5. Yeah, okay, I want that sticking out a little more. That's better. Something like that. And then again, we grab these pieces here and join them together. And we should have it. Yeah, so we'll remove this. Giving us more of that crunchy, distressed hole thing. And here, we'll do the same and hull. All right, and in fact, actually, maybe here, we'll do that hull. So all those get kind of blacked. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, I like that. Save. And kind of have a vaguely little, almost like a dragon look to it to me, which is kind of neat. What do we want to put here and here and in the front? I think we need some stuff down that front line. Can we, let's just see, L, L. Those are those two front sections. Okay. Shift Q. Let's see if we can play it and set and see what we make. And actually kind of liked one the most, I think. Or not one, or it was one of those earlier ones. I don't remember. That's pretty cool. Doesn't get that section, but I think I like the other ones. So cool. So I'll grab that again. And W, subdivide. Okay, cool. The reason I'm subdividing it like that before I go and not doing it in the tools, I don't want to subdivide the entire mesh if I don't need to. So this way it only picks the section that I'm using, which I think is better. I'm going to do it again here, I think. L and L. Yes. Let's just do one without subdividing. Plate and set. No. We don't want your error. Okay, there we go. That's better. It's still an error, but we'll fix it. Is that the base? 1. X dissolve edge vertices. There we go. That makes it better. Save. So much about making a cool spaceship is literally just cutting the shapes up to give it some read that works. Let's see what we got over here. 3L. That centerpiece is kind of cool. Let's see what we get out of doing it. I like doing them one at a time. It gives you a bit more control. Cool. Let me add some windows there. That looks all right. Let's do this one. This is a much bigger piece, but I still think it's going to be kind of cool. So maybe be a little bit careful. Fill. I like that. Yeah, that's looking good. We got one weirdness we have to fix. One X dissolve vertice. X dissolve vertice. I feel like that's better. If we still got problems, let's see. Or is that okay? That looks like it's okay. I'm not sure I like it, but it's okay. It's not causing weirdness. That's probably all right. Let's see. Yeah, that's all right. And yeah, let's take this 3, make it a window. Cool. Save. Then I'm going to come here and take these. And it's already kind of inset, so I'm not going to be too worried about it, but let's take it in just a titch. There we go. And plus the sign. I'm going to give it a light. A nice yellow light. Okay. Cool. Now, let's do a bit more git bash. Straight up greebles. That looks kind of cool. Let's see. We're in local. Yep. RZ90. Scale it up. That's a weird. It's a weird shape, actually. Okay. Weird. Let's see. Oh, just gonna get rid of it again. Let's try this again. Curious what will happen. That's better. Scale. Still a strange way I laid it out, but I don't know that I hate it. I think it's all right. Do I want to rotate it like that? Maybe. Okay. And try it out over here. Just give us something. It's too far back. Because clearly we don't want to break that. And this does help if it's touching. Just a weird shape, man. But okay. Something like that. Yeah, it's, well, nah, let's get rid of it. I'm not feeling it. I do want something there though. Do we want to go for, I don't know. Guns? Ooh, that's a big gun. RZ90. I mean, it's a neat looking gun. That is kind of cool there. I don't put a lot of guns on things usually lately, but and Alt X and across to that side. I mean, that does look cool. Like I said, I've kind of been avoiding guns in this universe, but maybe a little bit on this one will be okay. That's, yeah, that's just a cool looking weapon. It's hard to argue with. Just kind of circling around and looking at things. And I'm wondering if this here would make a good window. It would, but we don't want to see through the ship. So we have an interesting situation now where what we're going to do is grab it, Alt E along normals, take it in. Oh, wait, I'm going to do that. Before we do that, Shift D, Alt E along normals. Bring it in, Control plus to add one to it, and then we're going to go with that. So I just put basically a regular panel inside of it so you can't see through it anymore. So you'll get the glossy of the window, but I won't ever have to worry about looking through and seeing straight down the middle of the ship. Yeah. But I do like having that window there. It breaks up that panel. Gives us something. And I think we could do the same here. But I worry that it's going to get very like open, a little more open than I want to. But I think this needs to be something. We're on the other side of the, there we go. This needs to be something different, but I don't think it needs to be a window. Let's see, inset, and go to normal. GZ, bring it out slightly like that. I think that'll help. Yes, that does help. And then inset, and in, no, just even maybe even further out and scale like that. Something like that could be cool. Yeah, I think that works. And then we want to come here and we'll take those that. Now we need to do the one side and face, poke faces, 1, control minus, Q, circle, 3, E, wow, not normal, global, GY, bring it in. Oh, I like that. And plus assign, let's just go with warm emissive. We got some lightage. I like pipes, but I don't want to put too many up here in the front. I want to keep that more towards the back and the engine section. So that's why I didn't do that there. But I think this adds enough visual interest without us needing to do a pipe bonanza. Now, I want these to be something though. Maybe, let's see. Shaders, add a new one, assign, and which one do I want? 1 second. I want the dirtier one. I think it's that one. And UV. A, G. I'm gonna scale it up. We now have metal panels that are like more shiny chrome panels. That's kind of neat. I like that. Let's do that. Maybe let's do the same here. That could be cool. Maybe that's what I need here. Assign. A. Doesn't really matter what it is, but that's a, just trying some different vibes, but yeah, like that. Why? I don't know, but that's cool. And again, let's do the same thing here. Sure. Grab all those and make that Chrome. No, I don't like it there. Let's undo that. And just go back to our standard panel. Try it. Cool. But I do like it in the other places, so that's fine. Okay. And we're just continuing on our happy little journey. What is that? This I think we might also want to make Chrome. Yes, I think we do. Now here, L. This section does not line up right for our UV. And it's smooth enough, we can probably do a U project from view. Yes. Now we can move it around a little bit, get something more in line with what we want. And I think that's kind of neat. Do we want to go with that? It does give it a bit more of a polished look in that section as opposed to the other one, but it's kind of cool. I think we do want to do that. And here, L, 7, 9, U, or see this is big, well, 3, U, cube projection, what's it gonna give me? Interesting. R90, G, A scale. Do the same thing here. Something like that. Makes it a little less grungy in that front area, which might not be bad. I actually wanted to decrease down some of that anyway. Let's do that. Shading. This is that my pale thing. And if I decrease the dirt distance down to like 1 from 3, yeah, that's better. Less so here, let's see, Dashi again. 3, 1, maybe even 0.5. Still has it, but it's not nearly so grunged out, which I think we're kind of moving away from that on this ship. This one is, I was going to make this one also 1. Oh, we need to fix that too. Ooh. But no, that's better. This is just ungodly, awful. L. All right. U. Q projection. See if this makes us better. UV editing. A. Something like that. Yeah, that works. Yes. Okay. Cool. Save. Okay. Now, we need to do something here in the front. That's still entirely just not cool enough. Let's just grab that, that. Shift Q, plate and set. Yep, that's good. Doesn't take much, but it does need something. Now if we take this piece here and we E and scale it in, not quite that much, to like there. Sure. I like it. Now I think this just screams we need some kind of a gun down the front here, particularly since we've already made this a military looking sort of ship. What gun do we want to grab? No, not spaceships. Get objects. Trim sheet. Weaponry. Something down the front. Maybe this. It doesn't need much of a barrel. Alt R. Yep, just about like that. 1 GZ dot GY. Something about like that. I don't even need to really be out that far. Let's just take it to like there. Something like that. Looking good to me. Okay. So here we are. Okay, that's a problem. I just keep finding little things. And that's what we're going to be dealing with today, I think. Yeah. You project from view. View editing. A G. Just kind of move it to the center there. Yeah, that's better. I'm kind of liking it. It feels reasonably coherent to me. I wonder, let's see, tab, yes. Let's see, Control L, ooh yeah. Let's see, nope. This one, Control L, yes. This one, yes. Okay, all those, select out, cool. Plus assign distress toll. Yeah, I like that better. Gives us that, breakup that I wanted. Now this part here. Let's see. What's that? No, we don't want that, all that. Just that. That. Cool. That should be good. I don't want that. There we go. Plate inset. Cool. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Then here. Let's see if we got from this side. That. And add plus, and add, Shift Q, plate inset, and do it here too. Yeah, I like that as well. That looks okay to me. Just breaking up our forms, giving us a little bit more interest. This is when you slow down sometimes and you just kind of start like, what does this need? And you don't always know. And it can be annoying. I think we need something here. Let's look and see what we got. Can we go on this one, this one, this one? Long normals. And offset even. Okay, yes. And then I'm going to plus. Okay, yeah. And then inset. To there. Yes. And bring it back in just a bit to there. This is way more than anyone but me will ever see, but sign yellow. Okay, just a little light on that side there. I think that's good. I think we might want one back here as well. Cut in half there. Cut in half there. Yeah, we will do it again. It's not hard. I'll grab that too. Sure. Alt-E, along normals, offset even. Okay. Then inset. This one's not quite as pretty just because it's got a little bit of that weird thing, but that's fine. And then Alt-E. In, but not that much, to like that. And then assign. Cool. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, like from back here, that's absolutely fine. If you're like looking it up close, yeah, it still works. So cool. A little bit of light action. And honestly, this is what sort of differentiates concept art from taking it to production, is when you start doing like all these tiny little things that I would never bother with under normal circumstances. Because like I would take this to a director and get approval now before I would spend any more time messing with it. Control Shift bevel. Yep. I E. Do I have a red? Not yet, but I'll just grab it. Red. Add material. Strength 15. Just a light there. I don't know why, but it just kind of felt like it needed it. And the same up here. Oh, that's sharp. Is that going to work? Let's see here. One. Control Shift bevel. Yeah, it'll work. In assign. Tiny little blinker lights, but you know, they work for me. Okay. And I think maybe here and here too for the reds. 1 and 1. Control Shift bevel. Like that. Cool. How's it look up here? Yeah, that's fine. 3. I inset just a little bit. Alt E along normals. In just a bit. And assign. Just like getting super pissy with the lights here, but cool. A lot of this brand of ship has an antenna on the back of some kind in Star Wars or something. Do we want to put that something up there like that? There's that radar dish I use over and over and again. Like I use a lot of these a lot now because they're just cool looking. But like this piece here. Let's see. That's too big. But let's see if we shrink it down. Do we like it or not like it? I don't actually like it on this time. I think it kind of breaks our sleekness of our ship. So maybe I won't bother with it this time. Okay. I mean, I feel like that's got everything I need for this ship. Let's put a landscape around it just for a minute, just because we got another 20 minutes of normal scheduled time. So sure. I know we can build a landscape in 20 minutes. Plane S. Yeah, 5. Sure. Control A, rotation scale, tab. 1, 2, E, 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 E. I actually really like that asset. I use it a lot. Um, I can do a lot in 20 minutes. Yeah, absolutely. I can do a lot in 20 minutes. It's a matter of like what we're doing that sort of thematically fits in 20 minutes. And I think we're going to scale this up a bit, but okay, something like that. That's S 1.5. Make it bigger. It's kind of cool. Now we can come through and edit. One, turn on proportional. G, and make it bigger. And this one's already quite distorted out, which is cool. I don't need to do as much. Cool. Actually, let's take that up. I don't know that it matters or we'll ever see it, but why not? Control A, rotation scale. Let's quad remesh it to, I have no idea, 100. Sure. There's our original plane. Just delete it. There's our retopoed plane. Cool. And they're going to be looking at it kind of like this. So I'm assuming it, yeah, in fact, let's just make this a little longer. Doesn't really matter. And I don't want to stretch it though. Let's remesh it again. Get rid of the original. Let's see, it's still pretty stretched. That's fine, I suppose. Oh, I suppose it's all right. F4, append. I don't know that I know that far side. There are a lot of different far sides. Rocky Desert. Node tree. Append. Add modifier. Geometry nodes. Terrain. Oh, that's entirely too smooth. I gotta go through and fix that. I have made by remeshing, I have lost some of my chunkiness, which is okay, but you know, I want to have some level of chonk. Okay, let's see. Grumble, grumble, grumble. I feel like I'm seeing where this is going. The buffalo gonna run over him. Yep. Yep. That was what I expected was going to happen. let's save. It's been a while. Geometry nodes. Hey dot. Let's come in here and change our scale on our cliff to 1. Strength to 3. That's better. Yeah, yeah. With Gary, I don't know that was that much of a stretch, you know. Distortion down to like 0.5. See what we get. Ooh, interesting. Strength of. I want to see what happens if we push it higher. And roughness of 0.25. Ooh, interesting. We want a bit more than that. 4, 5. Strength of 5. Just trying different things with this. See what we get. That kind of looks like it could be neat, though. Okay. So it's really more about this ship than this landscape anyway. I mean, although, you know, to me, I can get excited about making terrain of any kind pretty much all the time. I do like me terrain. Shaders, mine, snow. Let's see what we got. Getting there. A U cube projection. And some of that. That's okay. I want a little less of the noise snow on it. This is what you, I mean, you have to do when you create a single one that works everywhere. Sometimes it's not going to work perfectly everywhere. A dot. There's my snow. Edit the snow. And I think it's going to be, come back here. I mean, I know it's one of these two, but let's see. Is it this one? Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, a bit more snow. I do want it to be pretty white too. So I want the snow to be about as bright as, yeah, that looks good. So we've got some snow on sections you might not otherwise expect snow, but that is kind of what we're looking for. And maybe a bit more on the tops of things. Yes, just a bit more on the tops of things too. 100% procedural texture. Yep. Well, I mean, okay, it's not 100% procedural texture. The texture itself is photo based, but the mixing of the rock and the snow is procedural. So the rock is just a volcanic cliff from textures.com, and the snow is a mixture of 2 different snows from texture.com. But that gives me what I want. I think yes. And save. And let's bring in a fog. Um, Again, I have this feeling that when we first put this, you're going to see nothing because it's just going to be, you know, too thick. But that should be fine for what we need. Yep. Control A, rotation scale. So we'll set our environment to our world standard that we've been using. Light blue, dark. There's our sky color. Yep. And I'm going to put, where do I want to put the sun marker? It doesn't really matter, but we'll put it there. Light, Shift A, Light, sun. And because we're in a canyon, if we don't keep it fairly directed, we're not going to see it. Why would I think that? I don't know. It's almost like I've used these before now. Let's see, something like that maybe. I need to change it still, but the light is going to be 8500 and 3, 2. I mean, I really think I love it when it's this color. It just doesn't really show off much. I think it's just super neat. Like, oh yeah, it's so thick and cool. But, you know, better in a movie than in a still. But I do like it. So I always have to like, why didn't I just change the global one? Because I want to come back and keep as much of this as I can. Um, so by starting something too much, it gives me more of a chance of getting there at the end. Yeah, oh, the orange glow is neat. So like, I don't know if I ever showed you this shading, the shader on this one. It's not complicated, but it's got a blue and an orange separated, doing two things. One on a noise texture, so it just kind of models, and two on a gradient. So the bottom of it is oranger, and then it gets, as it goes up, it gets bluer. So if you look at it, that's what it does. It just makes for an interesting variation. I think by the time you get to here, we're almost all the way up to um, blue, but I could bring it up a bit. And we give us more red. There we go. Yeah, so like it just, and then as I can tweak stuff, so like as we adjust our ramp, there's more red coming up into it like that. The tighter they are together, the sharper the division between those two shapes is, and the wider, the more gradual a fall off. So we'll add a bit more red to it just because you liked it. And I think it's cool too. And we can adjust the scale of the noise to increase those little blobby area bits there. So this makes it smaller. Add a bit more detail, a little bit more roughness. There we go. And then I like map ranges because they give me numbers to play with at the end. So this is why I know what the top is. And I know when I'm changing it, like how much thicker does it? And see, when you go thick like that, because we're using a scatter node, it scatters thicker, so you get more, only the blue passes through because we added more red, and that's why it just turned really blue all of a sudden. But I kind of like it. Actually kind of digging that a lot. Let's see, 0.04, take it back a little bit. Yeah, sure. Save. Yes, we still got quite a bit of red in the highlights here. And look at it like that. That's a cool shot. I'm trying to think what our best shot to show this ship is, where we won't have too much background kind of getting in our way. I think if we go here, maybe like this, we start getting a lot more of that rock. Where's our sun? Let's just see what happens if we RZ rotate the sun around a bit more. Just to try to find something that works for us. Maybe even take this, bring it more that way. We could also add more snow which is another probably good thing to do. Maybe we should do that. Get rid of a little less, have a little less of this black, although I do like it. Yeah, it definitely to me has a dragon look, which I think is, again, cool. I'm digging it. So we go back here, take that back, take that back. Now we have a lot more snow, which I think helps differentiate our shape better. So even though I like the black rock, I think this is probably better for showing off our ship. I mean, that looks pretty badass to me. Camera. Let's see, we're gonna set this to be our something like this. Ooh, yeah. But obviously we need to adjust that. The scale, boss, the scale. Where's my camera? There it is. Photographer. Switch the area. Set its clip end to like 500. Yep, cool. Lens. The anamorphic. I don't even really call these tutorials, Bunga, because I'm not really explaining too much. This is just kind of how my thought process works. And if you have questions, I'm happy to answer. But I find when I get too tutorially, I stop thinking about making something cool. So I'd rather make something neat and then explain if you don't understand part of it. It's definitely, yeah, it's not a like this is an intro to making a thing in Blender because you know, it's just not. I'm gonna move that down. It's why like I don't people are like, what keystrokes are you using? Whatever, like I'm using a whole bunch of plugins and a whole bunch of stuff, but it's really about like this is why I'm thinking about this kind of thing. That's sort of the vibe to it that I try for, and hopefully that's helpful. I mean, I don't know. It's the best way for that I find to work for me. So that's looking cool. I kind of wouldn't mind showing a little more of the ground. Can we bring it down without hurting too much of our, maybe increase our lens to 35? Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. Save. You can do 99% of what I'm doing with base Blender, but yeah, I do use I use a fair number of add-ons at this point. For modeling, hard ops and random flow. If you got those, you could do 99% of what I do. So I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that's looking cool. We could add a little bit of lens blur if we wanted to. Do we want to? Nah, maybe not. Well, I don't know. Make it feel like it's zipping through this. I kind of like seeing the details, and we'll lose that if we add motion blur. But maybe we'll leave it out this time. It's not. I like looking at the snow. That's what it comes down to. And it'll render a lot faster. Save. Yeah, I mean, I think I focused on it, right? Yeah, roughly. Yep. I think we're pretty good for today's ship. Let's just take a look at the ship again. Just kind of, I don't know, we'll come to do it here and see. I mean, it's pretty neat looking. What I like most about it for me are it has areas of pretty high intensity, high frequency detail, and then areas of rest, and they seem to work pretty well together. These guns in the front are obviously hugely detailed, so they're going to draw your eye up to that cockpit area, which I think is good. I like is the dragon ears. I do like that it looks like a dragon. That works for me. And I mean, humans have been making ships look like things for forever, so that's just kind of cool. I like the way we attach the cargo pods to the ship. Just kind of giving it the once over. I mean, I think it's working. I think it's working pretty well. Um, Given that I had absolutely no idea what I was going to make at 7 o'clock this morning when I started at 7:30, that's not too bad. um, I do think you guys are missing out though on some character stuff though. Maybe I'll just do one of these days anyway. Do some cloth sims and put some clothes on a character, like an alien or something. We'll see. Yeah. Anyway, we're at time. Um, I think it's been cool. Thanks everybody for watching and commenting. I really do like it when people just, even if they just say hey, just pop in. If you're watching this later, please like and subscribe. I have to say it. I always feel weird saying it. It's like, oh, I'm just pimping myself out. But no, seriously, please just, like and subscribe. It's nice. And I'll be back again tomorrow. Um, so but so yeah, Bungus, no one taught me any of this. I have never taken a Blender class ever or learned from anybody. Just watch on YouTube and go play. Like it's 99% just go play with stuff until you figure out what works for you. So, and it's a pretty awesome tool. I really like it. All right, folks. Well, have a great day or end of day or whatever it is where you are, and I'll see you again later. Take care. Bye bye.